Hi, this is Kelly at KD Web. This is the third video in the Ride the Wave series. In this video, we look at website errors and issues and how they affect a website's visibility on search engines. Even if you're not very technical, some of these explanations will clear up some of the mysteries. So do watch it and help yourself to understand the process for future development. Websites ought to advance and grow. They should always be changing and added to according to the business needs. And as a website evolves, errors and issues occur. These glitches can damage a website's credibility. A website owner must find and correct them quickly. So check there are no errors before you spend time developing posts and pages to help your search engine rank. In this video, we will cover crawl errors and what they are, 500 errors, 400 errors, URL too long, redirect chains, metadata issues, content issues, and no index. Firstly, what are crawler errors and why should you be bothered? Search engines use programs known as bots to scour the web. Bots are used to search for new websites, to list or index on the search engine result pages. They also examine existing websites to look for new content and changes. Bots scan through the code of a website and making sure they provide clear information for us humans. And to get from web page to web page, bots follow links. When adequate links are provided, bots can discover more and more content. So the links let bots go deeper into pages and subsections within the website. So the bots read the page code, and that consists of like page titles, subheadings, the text on the page, which is divided into paragraphs, and images and videos and lots more. Search engines recognise when something is not working properly on a web page. This could be a missing image or a dud link. And search engines also love words. They will acknowledge incorrect spelling or bad grammar, or if a page is short of words, something we call thin content. They are policing the internet in a way. They're looking out for unmaintained websites. Search engines set out quality guidelines. So when a website doesn't abide to those guidelines, it doesn't really have much chance of doing well online. To fix any errors before you start to evolve the website itself. A major error we come across are 500 errors. These can be very damaging to a website's rank. We've all seen a 500 error. When you click a link and you come to a page and it says this page isn't working. This major error means a website is offline. Causes are often human errors like failing to update the domain name or the hosting package. Maybe files have been moved or there is an update error. Sometimes a 500 error are caused by computer errors. The server where the website lies is just a big, powerful computer. So they do get restarted, they get updated. If a website is down too frequently or for a long time, it will damage the credibility of the website. And that means search engine rank will drop. Search engines do not send visitors to websites that are regularly offline. It damages their own credibility. Search engines give a little leeway, but we're not fully sure how long a website needs to be offline before it's penalised. I would say that fully depends on where the Googlebot is in its crawl process. Keep the website running well, choose a good hosting provider, and build up that respectability. 400 errors are next. 400 errors are when you click a dud link and the link leads nowhere. Links change because websites get updated. When someone changes a page name or a category, the link changes, the path changes, and links break. So when the search engine bot comes to follow that link, it comes to a dead end. Dud links on your website are a sign to search engines that you're not maintaining the site, and that means you're not looking after your visitors. So of course, for dud links, a website would be penalised. WordPress websites can be scanned using a plugin called Broken Link Checker by WPMU Dev, and I'll put a link in the comments section. The plugin flags up any broken links and emails you, so you can fix them quickly. If you have a small website or you're not confident in installing a plugin yourself, just simply look through and check all the links. Note down any that don't work. Number 4 is the URL is too long. So a URL is simply a page name as well as the folder or the category. So let's look at it on the screen. You can see the URL here, which is known in WordPress as a permalink. This here is the page name, sometimes called file name or slug in WordPress. This here is the folder that the page sits within. In WordPress it would actually be the top level page or again the category. And the whole line is called a URL. When a top level page name as well as the category and the name of the page are all very long, this URL just becomes enormous, illegible even. Search engines like well thought out URLs that are clear to humans. They also look more inviting when you're scrolling on Google search results. Let's hop over to Google and you can see how they display the URLs. A person is much more likely to click if they understand the URL. People are drawn to familiarity, and a URL should be easy to decipher. For this reason, search engines prefer shorter URLs. So this is something to organise before growing a website, and then stick to a format. Video 4 goes deeper into URLs and redirecting. Please watch that video before editing any URLs. It can really damage search engine results. Number 5 is redirect chains. When the name of a web page is changed, a vigilant website owner will redirect that old page to the new one. And then maybe in the future, the page name gets changed again and the URL gets redirected again. This is a redirect chain. It can happen with external links too when a website owner moves a page. Check that all links on your website go to the very final version of the page. So even the very oldest version of the page will redirect the very newest. Metadata issues. Metadata is a fancy word that encompasses the meta title and meta description of a page. Neither of these are seen on the front-end design of a website. They are included on the back end or the code of the website. The only place the metadata is seen publicly is on a search engine here. Here is the meta title of the page and here is the meta description. Search engines will only use the metadata that you've entered if they deem it fit. In video 7 I'm going to look at utilising these in WordPress. For now, know that the meta title and meta description on every page or post should contain the targeted key phrase that you've decided to use. Meta tags must relate to the core content of the page. Don't try and fool search engines. The title should be not more than 54 characters and the description should not be more than 164, but 155 is optimum because different search engines display different descriptions. Use your targeted key phrase at the beginning of your meta title or meta description. That way the key phrase is always found no matter which search engine it's visible on. Different search engines have different word counts for meta tags. Content issues. Web pages need to be informative to be successful. Fruitless web pages won't rank well. Visitors would quickly leave them and you'll lose a customer forever. You've spent time and money getting that one customer to your website. Every visitor is important. Don't acquire a horrible online reputation or become a non-entity by wasting people's precious time. Pages with thin content won't rank well unless it is really informative. Be careful in duplicating content. I've seen website owners write 4 or 5 pages with the first 2 paragraphs all exactly the same, but changing the one word of the service or the product. This is called duplicate content, but it is also really boring. Penalties for duplicate content can also occur when the website owner has copied text off someone else's website. It's okay to copy and curate content, but reword it and make it your own. The H1 tag is also really important when looking at content issues. The H1 tag must be included on every single page and post. It's the first tag a search engine bot will look for. Make the H1 tag descriptive but to the point. Let the visitor know exactly what they're going to unearth on this web page. The H1 tag should include your targeted key phrase. There is a lot of information on my blog if you'd like to find out more about writing for search engines. Lastly, we come across the no index error. This is basically a piece of code that tells the search engines not to index whole websites, pages or individual pages, posts or even images. At this stage, you really want everything to be indexed. On WordPress, Wix and Squarespace, it is possible to no index. If you find you have no search results at all, it can be because you've got this no index setting ticked. Find the setting on WordPress, go to General Settings and Reading. Scroll down until you see a checkbox next to the words discourage search engines from indexing this site. This should not be ticked. Using Wix, go to the settings, then click the SEO tab, and then scroll down to the SEO status and be sure you allow search engines to include your site in search results. In Squarespace, I believe you can no index individual pages, but only if you have premium features. There could also be a file on your server called a .htaccess file. This file can be coded to prevent search engines from listing your website. So if you're really having trouble with this, it's worth asking your webmaster. Do understand it takes a while for a new website to be listed. Up to 6 months in some cases, but really good websites I've seen listed in a couple of weeks. This is Kelly at KD Web. In the next video, we are looking at changing and redirecting URLs.